long, long time, my unicorn has arrived. Welcome to my Singer 431G. Now what makes this machine special is that it's a 400 class machine, so the same as the 401, as you can see. It's the same as my 411G, except, of course, it's the free arm version. It's got a drop down flat, very much like the Longbed 301. But what makes this machine really special, I'm very fortunate with this one, you press a little button here and it pops off this. Now what surprised me about this is that it's really quite heavy. I would have thought the free arm part wouldn't have been quite so heavy, but I think because it's got so many, it's got all this space in here, it's actually quite heavy. That being said, one of the things I really love about this is that it does have its accessories attached to the machine. So the extra cams, it just means that you've got what you need handy. So I've got the ruffler, I've got the hopping foot, I've got tape binders and zipper foot, the rolled hem foot, standard zigzag foot, button foot, the overcast foot, straight stitch foot, second button one, special pattern foot, so for heavy duty zigzag, cording foot, and of course an edge guide. Then I've got the screwdrivers that go with it, and as well as a dust brush. So the screwdrivers and everything goes in there just fine. And I've got the pattern cams. It also has a place right here for the extra bobbins. But what makes this machine really, really special is the fact that I have, it took me a long time to complete the set. Surprisingly, these machines come commonly with the chain stitch foot, not like the 411G where it always seems to disappear. So perhaps this accessory tray makes it a lot better because you don't lose things. You just put it in there. So here's the zipper foot, straight stitch free motion foot. Then I have the straight stitch foot, and I also have the zigzag foot. And then on the machine at the moment, I have the zigzag free motion foot. Now, one thing, apparently this is the Achilles heel, but it's very easy to replace this. This machine is fine. I put a little bit of oil down there just to make sure when you pop these, helps if I raise the needle, pop these plates off, it's easy that you don't break anything. But that's actually one thing I do like about this. I prefer this to the mechanism of the 401 where you have to lift the foot and stuff. There are pros and cons for both styles. But I like this in that it's easy to get the feet on and off, or the plates on and off, without having to pull out the needle and and fart around. So to put it back on, you just, that's the bobbin thread, so you've got to make sure it's in the front. Just put them on and push it down. So it's super easy. Close the door, and it's got a little space there for the thread in the front like these machines do. Aside from that, it's the same as the other 400 class machines. It's not the lightest thing on earth. It's actually, a bit weighty, But that's it's not really, it's a solid machine, but it's not heavy. It's not like the 201s or something, the original 201s. To clean it, and oil it. It's really easy. It's got a plate. You just take this off and you can get in here. There's one screw and then this pops off, and then it's exactly the same mechanism underneath as the 400 class machines. If you don't believe me, I shall show you now. You'll see it lacks the mechanism to raise and lower the plates because you don't need it, but it's the same machine underneath. It takes the same motor, it's got the same gears which you have to oil and grease, but it just works the same. So it's lovely. It's a beautiful machine, sews perfectly as you would expect. And this one came from a single owner, had it sent in from, believe it or not, Bremen, Germany. It came with a 200 volt, 220 volt motor. I just swapped it out with a 401 just for convenience, but it doesn't really matter. An adapter voltage converter is fine. But it's hardly any scratches. A little more dirty from all the cleaning and oiling and stuff that I've done on it, but it's basically almost a perfect machine. Very, very little damage. So I try to keep it that way as well, because see my fingerprints all over it. But anyway, there is my unicorn. I absolutely love it. It took me years and years and years to find one, and I'm glad that I had the patience to wait. I have used it for a number of things, as you can imagine, and it will get lots of use in the future. So to put it back together, just slip this on over here, pops in very easily, lift the lid. Here we have the bag. I think I took this off a 401 machine, but with the foot controller and a plug in there, slop it in there. And then this is rather sweet. Actually, that's something I can show you. What's really interesting about this particular case, it's just got these little plastic clips here, so I'm always cautious to not lift it far with these, just in case I ever give up. But if you look here, it's got, that's what holds it up. On the 401s, it's if you use a plastic tray to work with this particular machine, but this is built in. If you look here, it's actually built into the body of the machine, so it clips on without any extra work. And on this side too, it's got the little clip, so it doesn't need the extra base for that machine. And it's super smooth, as you can see, it just plops in, and then away you go. So when I pick these up, I always lift them, give them extra support from the bottom, just in case, because I would cry if that machine fell on the ground. I've had a few land on my toes over the years, and I don't want that again. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. I'm sure you'll see some videos in the future about my unicorn coming out to play and doing some projects. But anyway, bye for now.